Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're going to make not full flare skirts and not just a little bit flare skirts. Okay, and I have this lovely material, so I can use this side, I can use this side. Okay, so I want this side just to make it unique. So here I have 1 yard and 20 inches. 1 yard and 20 inches. So you can make it maybe 1 yard and half. Okay, so now I'm going to show how we will cut this. So I've laid everything down, as you can see. So what I will do is to hold one side and just fold it. So I'm going to use this paper as an illustration. Like we always know that one side is always longer than the other side. So I have this fabric for an example. So if you want to fold 360, you need to fold it and just fold again. Okay, and fold at the middle again. But if it is 180, you need to fold like this and fold. But now this is how we're going to just one fold, and it's not going to be full. So assuming this is the side we want and you have take your measurements, just fold like this. Sometimes it might not get to this. If it is what you want is around the side, there's no need of wasting the material, and it depends on how you want the flare dance to be, the down flare to be. So if you want to reduce the down flare, you can always do like this. Okay, you can always reduce it, but make sure it is equal to what you want. Okay, so that is what we are trying to do. So if I want the flare to be more, that means I need to shift it more like this. And if it is not enough in this side, you can always join, but I prefer not to join. Okay, so just like this, you can make it as skirt, as dress, very beautiful and not too flare. So let me show you on the. So now I'm going to take one of it. Can you see this side? Okay, so you can see it's up to that edge, but I don't think I need up to that. But it depends on how you want it. Okay, you can play around with it to find how it will work for you. So for me, I will arrange it and I will show us. Okay, so I've folded the fabric. Okay, so I don't want the flare of the down side to be more than 17 or less. So I have 17 inches here. Okay, so this will be the flare. So when you open it up, that will be 34, right? So but if I want to expand it, that means I need to shift it to the other side if I want it more, and if I want it to be reduced, I need to shift it to this other side so that it can reduce. So now, so I will just mark the length I want is 30, so I will add 2 inches to it. That is 32 or 1.5. So this is my 32 inches here. Okay, can we see? This is my 32 inches. 30 plus 2. Okay, so this is it. So I just make a line here. And why did I choose here? Because the waist we are working with is 36, and so it's 36. 36 divided by 2, that is divided by 4, that is 9. Okay, so here I have 9.25. okay, I think that is okay for me. 9.25. So, and the downside is 17. So I will just cut this side and I will fold the other side and use it to cut the second side. But if you want it to have zip at the back, that means you need to add your zipper allowance to the skirts. Okay, so that means we need to extend it, and you had your zipper allowance around here to there, because you will need to open it up to put zipper, right? But if you are using elastic, that means you need to use the measurements you use for your hip. Assuming the hip is 40, that means you need to use 40 of 40, because you need to pass through your hip before it can go up if you want to use elastic. So that is it, and this is the downside here, and that is the upper part. I can see it's far. Let me move it close. So this is what we need. So I'll cut it out. So it depends on you how you want your flare to be. If you want it to be more than this, you can extend it. If you want it not to be too much, it's up to you. Okay, and make sure you measure here. Okay, maybe you measure your hip from hip, waist to hip. Okay, so waist to hip, and you measure if it is up to your hip. Okay, so the hip we are working with is 10.25. So we have this as an allowance, but if you want more, that means I need to extend it. If you want more allowance, okay, that means we need to extend it. Okay, so I will cut this out, and if you don't want to cut it out, just to cut everything, you can fold the remaining side. Can you see the other edge, just to get this? And if you want to use this one to cut, that's also fine. Okay, so I'll cut it out now. Okay, so this is it. Can you say it's not too flare? So we use this to cut the second one. So you can see how I folded it, and there is space here. Okay, so that is the zipper allowance. So now we can cut it out and cut the band if you want. So if you want that, you can put your that, but remember always to add the dots to the measurements. Okay, so now we have this. So that's the reason why I said if you want band, because I might not use band, I don't know yet, but you can also sew just to turn the inside, just this inside, and there'll be no band on it. Just to turn, use another fabric to just turn it inside, and it will be fine as well. Okay, so I cut this into two because that is the zipper allowance. Okay, but I did not cut it through, but you can, it depends on you, you can cut it through because there is no slit at the back. So here it is. So I can't find any bias for now, so this is what I can find. The matching one, I can't find the matching, but I can use this. So what I will do now is to go ahead. This is the right side, so I will sew it like turning. Okay, just use it to sew and just flip it like bias, and that will be all for this. And do the back as well. Okay, do the back band as well. So I'll fix the zipper. Okay, so now we use soldier. So if you want pocket, you can also put your pocket. Okay, so this is it. Very lovely. So can you see how I tape this? Okay, but if you want yours to have band or pocket, you can also do that. So this is it. This is the down part. I've not sew it, so it's not the same here. I can just trim it off to match. So thanks guys for watching. Very beautiful. So if you don't want your length to be as long as mine, you can reduce it. Depends on how you want yours. You can make it as dress as anything. Very beautiful. So thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Bye.